What golden nugget of information do you have to share? Monkeys have a very distinct way of wanking off, and yes, they do wank themselves. Which, in contrast to normal human male way of forming a tube with their hands, creates a shovel with their hand and cup their genitalia from under, and repeatedly rub it. I don't watch monkeys jack off. I just saw it in a documentary. Edit. I really don't. Edit. This is like 4 days old. How are you finding this TF? I don't have links to monkey porn. Nope, you can't lie. I'm sure you watch monkeys jack off. That's suspiciously specific. In the center courtyard of the Pentagon. You don't have to salute superior officers. It's a recreation/lunch area and you'd basically spend the whole time saluting. So it's not required there. Source: my uncle, a Navy corpsman, who currently works at the Pentagon. Stonehenge, the world's most famous henge, isn't actually a henge. A henge is a Neolithic earthworks, oval or circular in shape, sometimes containing wooden or stone structures and surrounded by a perimeter of a bank with internal ditch. So the famous stones of Stonehenge aren't even a necessary part of a henge, just an optional extra. But more importantly, the bank and ditch at Stonehenge are the wrong way round to make it an official henge. So Stonehenge isn't a henge. However, the earliest recorded use of the word henge is in reference to Stonehenge. So non-henge. Stonehenge, despite not being a henge, is the thing all other henges are named after. If you don't have a toilet plunger, and you've clogged it up, pour in a bit of dish soap, and some hot water. The hotter the better. Let stand for 15 minutes. And flush. Learned this when immediately upon arriving at our hotel. My 8-year-old clogged up our toilet and I googled. Found this gem. Realized I'd packed a tiny travel bottle of dish soap. Warmed water up in the microwave and lo and behold, it worked. I still use it sometimes at home when I don't want to be grossed out by plunging. Yes. My child has a tendency to clog toilets. So there you go. The real mystery here is why you brought dish soap on vacation. X% of Y is the same as Y% of X. So if you're struggling to find 26% of 50, maybe 50% of 2613 is much easier to do quickly. I have some words for my 6th grade math teacher. Ctrl-Shift-ESC opens straight to the Task Manager instead of Ctrl-Alt-Delete and then manually selecting Task Manager. Horses have a massive blind spot on the front and back of their body. If you are ever around a tame horse, keep a hand on their body while walking around them. This lets it know where you are at all times and decreases chances of kicking out of shock or fear. This also prevents them from kicking you with as much force. You need to stay very close to them for the full benefit. This is similar with goats, as they instinctively fight things coming head-on and should be approached from the sides. Also, ears are the gateway to a horse's feelings. Pinned back ears indicates an anxious or angered horse. Pinned straight up indicates curiosity and focus. If your older parents/grandparents are suddenly acting strange, get them checked for a UTI. In older people, UTIs can cause a psychotic or delusional episode. What are the chances? My parents have both had UTIs for 20 years. At the beginning of every relationship, agree to assume positive intent. Talk about it often. Don't forget about it and make it the most important rule. Fights will be less. Empathy will be greater and your relationship will be stronger. I told my wife from the very start of our relationship, if I say something that can be taken 2 ways, and one of those ways makes you angry or sad, I meant the other one. Hot and cold water have different viscosities. Not enough to feel a difference but enough to hear one when you're pouring it. Here's a VID. Even though you have a VPN, it doesn't necessarily keep you hidden if skilled people wanted to find you. There are many things that can leak your IP that you have to isolate and fix, such as IPv6 leaks, DNS leaks, and WebRTC leaks. Also, every add-in you add to your browser, it gives you a unique fingerprint that can lead back to you. You're not as secure as you think. Joke's on you. I used incognito mode. Artillery was responsible for over 70% of combat casualties in both world wars. And 4% of the sand on the beaches of Normandy are still made up of shrapnel. A scorpion can hold its breath for 6. Don't think drowning it will help you out of your scorpion problem. A moose can run 40 miles per hour through 6-foot deep snow. Terrifying. For an garment to be labeled made in USA, the process only needs to be started and finished in America. In the case of a certain ladies' underwear line, the material is cut in USA, shipped overseas for assembly, then shipped back to America where a seamstress sews a made in USA tag on the item. Source/underwear factory worker. It's crazy how it's cheaper to send clothing across the world to be assembled than it is to just do it domestically. 9 months before Rosa Parks refused to move to the back of the bus, a 15-year-old called Claudette Colvin refused to give up her seat. 2 police officers arrested her. Colvin says that civil rights leaders didn't think a teen, especially one with a very dark complexion, would be a good poster child for their movement. Source for anyone interested. The first president of Zimbabwe was President Banana. It was also illegal to joke about his name in Zimbabwe, so the foreign press used to joke about his name more. Iron can make your poop color turn black. When looking at renting a car, hotel room, etc., type in your company's name, discount code, vendor in Google, X, Wells Fargo Hertz discount code. You can get better rates on these items usually. When Elton John changed his name from Reginald Dwight, he also gave himself a middle name. His full name is Elton Hercules John. The Earth wobbles really slowly like a spinning top. It takes about 26,000 years to come full circle. In the process, the northern star changes. This is called precession. Airline ops guy here. If you check in a bag at an airport with an hour or less before departure, it has a 50/50th shot of making it on the plane. Just like the TSA line, bag security can back up too. I regularly see 30-minute in screening statuses on bags. Then, it may be pulled for a hand screening and search. This is random and TSA doesn't care when the flight leaves. So now we are at about 25 minutes to departure and your bag has only just now entered the sort system. It will take another 5 to 10 minutes to sort out to the person who loads carts with bags. Here, the problem is that there may be 7 to 10 other flights coming off of the same conveyor belt. They have to see your bag's tag out of maybe 50 other bags. So let's assume another 5 minutes. Your flight's bag cart was delivered plainside at an hour before departure. It is now 15 minutes to departure. The bag room has seen your bag and has it on the back of a tug racing to the plane. 7 minutes before departure, the baggage compartments are closed and total weights are being submitted. Your bag has missed the airplane. TL. Doctor, please check in more than an hour before your flight if checking a bag, or else it might not make it on the plane. So I should check in late. So my bag might be delayed and I can claim on my insurance $200 for new clothes? Actually, yes. I checked in late for a flight last year and my bag didn't make the plane. I had to buy new clothes and was reimbursed by the airline. Got a cute new swimsuit. I don't recommend this though. It took days for my bag to find its way to me, and made the start of a vacation quite stressful. I had a heart transplant 5 years ago. When your heart is replaced, the surgeon has to cut the main nerve that gets the signal from the brain to beat, and or increase the intensity of the beat. Without this vagus nerve, your new heart has no regulation and pumps blood out of habit. You no longer have a fight or flight response and your new heart beats at 90 plus beats a minute. The vagus nerve slows the heart. Epinephrine in your bloodstream, released from your adrenal glands in a fight or flight situation, can still speed it up, though. Also, congratulations on your new heart. I hope you have a great life. Never miss a chance to piss. That a strong sense of doom is a medically recognized and majority common precursor to having a heart attack. Here I am waiting for my heart attack for the 8th year. Edit. As someone mentioned, there is a difference between dread and doom.